The psychology of decision, you versus them, your conscience versus them. Have you ever been in a very in a dilemma kind of situation where you are torn apart, you're torn in between going with your conscience or agreeing to the opinions of those that really love you, those that you are sure that are on your side, they'll give their life for you, and if they have another life, they can even give a second life for you, and you're in between your conscience and them. You know that what you're doing is right. Your conscience is at peace. You have a sense of peace and quietness towards a particular direction or towards an adventure, a life adventure, or a life purpose. But is a burden, a heavy burden on the side of your parents, your friends, your loved ones, people who really care about you, or people who have been for you there in the past. You It's kind of a battle between your conscience and their opinion, between your conscience and their feeling, a battle between your conscience and them. Even if you want to go with your conscience, how will you address the way they feel? Now, I want to emphasize that this is about people that will go to the end of the world and back for you, people that truly loves you. I'm not talking about maybe some acquaintance or some distant friend or people that are hypocrites or people that are Pharisees or people that want to that want to keep you stagnant or they don't want the good things for you but they are pretending to be your friend. I'm not referring to those kind of people. The people I'm talking about are people that genuinely love you and that you trust. They have a track record of their love for you, of their care and of their compassion towards you. So the question is, what do you do? What do you do when you believe that you have a call of God upon your life, or you are sure, just like Martin Luther King Jr., when he knew that his mission was to stop the racial injustice in his country, but that was hurting his mother, his father, and they were in tears because they know that he's putting his life at risk by doing that thing that he wants to do. So the question now is, in that situation, what do you do? Now, I'll give an example of what Martin Luther King Jr. did. It's not that his parents were against him in doing what he was doing, but they know that his life is at risk and they would wish that he stopped. They would wish that he was not the one that was pushing or was fighting or was doing all of, maybe it would have been someone else because he had a just cause. He knew it was hurting them, and because of that, he loved them, and because of that, it overwhelmed him. In his book or in his biography, it was written there that he knelt down and he cried to God and he prayed to God and said, God, I'm tired, help me. I presume or I believe there was silence in the room and he didn't have any answer. But you know, when God is silent, I believe is when he speaks the loudest. You just know what to do at that time, at that point in time. You know what you ought to do. You know what you ought to do at that point in time. At that point in time, you know what you are supposed to do because God has put it in your heart. So he stood up and he knew that he must continue. You know, a lot of people have studied this, and especially even in psychology, and they've looked into it, and is a general thing, right? In social psychology, said there that the outside voices tends to mute or quench the internal voice, our conscience in our heart. Our well wishers, our friends, When the external voices is so loud, it will tend to mute the voices in our hearts. Even in moral psychology talks about that we know what is right, we know the call of our in the call of our heart what we ought to do, but a resilient heart will forge forward. As I mentioned earlier, this is a very difficult situation as that you are torn apart between two supposedly right choices. There's only a true and a perfect choice to make, the perfect decision to make, but supposedly both of them looks right. You don't know which one to do. You cannot deny your conscience the truth in your heart, and at the same time you cannot break the heart of family, friends, and people who love you. Them. I say, this is my opinion. Go to God. Go to God. God is bigger than your friends, those who love you, and God is bigger than that inner conviction in your heart. Now, this conversation is only about people who it's only about like a journey of life. It's not like what is right and what is wrong, maybe in terms of moral, or maybe in terms of guilt, or maybe in terms of doing the right thing in life. Um, maybe I'm saying the truth or not saying the truth. Being honest or not being dishonest. We're not talking about rules and regulation now, or being morals now. We are talking about setting out for a life goal, journey, a career path, or a call, something you feel like is God's call on your life, and the theme is not, tallying with it. So that's what we're talking about. Some people might say, it's easy, I just do what God wants you to do. But it's easy for maybe, probably easy for some people, and very difficult for many people, as that those people who God has put in your life, who loves you, maybe probably even your mentor too, and they're your elders that you have been there for you in the past, fought for you. They are not in support. How do you handle it? It might be messy. Yeah, there's always um room for that. It might be messy. There's some that such a thing can happen. It might not go well, and at the same time it might go well. Any which way they might understand, and probably somebody in the family might convince them otherwise. But any which way, if it doesn't go well, any which way, go to God in prayer. God is bigger than your convictions and bigger than them. Your family and those who love you, God is bigger than them. Go to God, and He will, He will, He will help you. He will fill your heart with that peace that passes understanding. He will fill your heart with that peace that surpasses human understanding. And you will just know the right thing to do. He will help you, and He will guide you. Spend long time in prayer. Talk to Jesus about it. That is the best thing to do in that point in time. And if you say forge ahead, of course, forge ahead. If it says wait, whatever it is, the, we have two decisions initially. Should I follow my conscience, or should I quit and listen to family? And I'm bringing the third option, which is which is God. And I will say choose God. It doesn't make sense, but yeah, just stay with me. I will say choose God, and He will fill your heart with peace and sense of understanding. That peace that surpasses all form of understanding. That peace that makes things perfect. Stay, stay with God in prayer. You will know what to do. Thank you very much for listening. It's always nice having you around. Shukriya of Bye bye.